They arrive at the fishing village of Anglerun, and Seal is too excited to go fishing. But first, they visit the local guild to check if there are any quests. To their surprise, the guild informs them that the only event in town is the annual sea wrestling tournament. Curious, Anemone asks what the prize is, only to be told it's just a towel. Toto breathes a sigh of relief that nothing strange is going on this time. Anemone teases him, saying not every town is like the Fury. Later, the girls change into swimsuits to show the hero, which makes Toto faint while standing. Both Seal and Anemone are disturbed when Goa somehow knows their perfect sizes for swimsuits. But Goa insists that since they're already at the beach, they should enjoy it. Anemone reminds them not to forget about killing the hero, but the others ignore her and start splashing around. The guild receives a rude visitor, a B-rank hero named Fressner. The receptionist, annoyed, informs him that there are no quests available. But Fressner's companion points out the poster about the sea wrestling tournament. Curious, Fressner asks about the prize and whether there are even worthy competitors. On his way to investigate, he stumbles across Goa and instantly falls in love. Without hesitation, he approaches her, praising her beauty and declaring she is worthy of someone like him. Right away, Fressner tries to scout her into his party. Anemone suspects. He's a headhunter with bizarre tastes. Toto gets up from the sand to confront Fressner for trying to steal a party member. When asked for his rank, Toto answers D rank. Fressner laughs, saying Goa deserves someone of higher standing, and challenges Toto to a duel for her. Goa confidently accepts on Toto's behalf, suggesting that whoever wins tomorrow's tournament will claim victory. Fressner agrees, looking down on Toto, while Toto quietly worries if he can defeat a B rank. Anemone then requests to join the tournament along with Seal. Seal quickly drags her aside, asking why. Anemone whispers her plan to get rid of Goa. If Toto faints and loses to Fressner, Goa will be forced to leave the team, reducing their competition in killing the hero. Hearing this, Seal agrees. Toto tries to stop them, warning it's dangerous, but Anemone confronts Goa anyway, asking if she's ready. Goa replies that it sounds fun to see who is truly worthy of her. When Anemone warns her that losing means her journey with them will end, Goa simply smiles, unafraid. Soon, the townsfolk gather for the tournament. This year, the prize is not just a towel, but also Goa herself, to join the winner's party. The villagers cheer for Goa's beauty, caring little for the towel. The contest rules are explained. One-on-one matches, fought on a floating ring in the sea. Each fighter carries a watermelon, and if it's squashed, they lose. No skills, magic, or weapons are allowed. Fressner smirks at the bracket board, certain Toto won't make it to the finals. Anemone mutters that she'll be the one to take Toto down, while Seal just wants to finish and go. The first match begins, Toto versus Samaka. But the moment it starts, Toto sends Samaka flying with a single arm. Fressner dismisses it as low level, while Goa and the others mutter that it was expected that the second match is Anemone versus Gautier. As the first female competitor in a decade, she surprises everyone, her to trip him into the water instantly. Still, Fressner looks down on the contest, annoying Seal. The third match is Seal versus Fressner himself. When the fight begins, Fressner tosses his watermelon aside and attacks, but Seal dodges effortlessly. Impressed, he admits he was subconsciously holding back and begins attacking with true speed and power. The crowd worries for Seal, yet she remains unscathed. Some accuse Fressner of using skills, but he insists it's pure training. Anemone worries Seal is revealing too much in front of the hero. Eventually, Fressner corners her, but Seal leaps and accidentally uses her skill, disqualifying herself. Toto praises her for going toe-to-toe with a B rank, but she covers her mistake by claiming she only used strengthening magic. Anemone smirks at her childish excuse and promises to finish the job. That the semifinal is Toto versus Anemone. Toto asks her to withdraw, saying he can't fight her, but Anemone tries to seduce him, but he resists, determined not to faint. Goa smirks at her failure, while Seal mutters that she should have gone for the watermelon instead. Toto focuses on destroying Anemone's watermelon rather than hurting her. Anemone feels like she's already lost, furious that he's fighting only to save Goa. As a final attempt, she rolls her watermelon away, leaps on Toto's back, and kisses him. Shocked, he drops his watermelon and faints, making her the winner. Seal is utterly defeated at how far Anemone went. Anemone confronts Goa, saying that since she beat Toto, Goa is out of the party. But Goa replies that the winner will be the one truly worthy of her, leaving Anemone confused that the final is Anemone versus Fressner. Remembering his match with Seal, Fressner fights at full strength from the start. But during the match, her top accidentally tears. Embarrassed, she punches Fressner so hard he flies out of the ring, making her the winner. She secures Goa back, but it turns out the wardrobe malfunction was part of Goa's plan all along. That even after losing, Fressner argues that he outperformed Toto and demands a rematch. But before it can happen, Seal summons a Kraken. Fressner attacks, but there is no damage. Right then Toto comes forward and defeats the Kraken in one punch. Fressner bows and apologizes to Toto for mocking him, now praising his strength. Afterward, the villagers thank the group by preparing a feast. During it, Goa teases Anemone about the kiss. Meanwhile, Fressner's companion reveals he is a Dullhan and knows Seal's true identity. Everyone is shocked to see a Dullhan, but Toto quickly steps forward to protect Seal. Fressner, however, tells them to relax, introducing the Dullhan as his loyal retainer and best friend, Kashta. Seal leans closer and whispers to Kashta not to reveal anything about her. Goa, ever the curious one, asks for their story, and Fressner passes the storytelling to Kashta. Kashta explains that he was considered a defect by his family, thrown away under a bridge simply because he couldn't ride a horse. Dullhan, after all, are expected to come as a set with their horses. He wandered aimlessly until he collapsed in a forest, where Fressner found him. Confused as to why Fressner would help, Kashta asked, and Fressner told him plainly he liked his armor. And if he liked something, whether it was a human or a monster, then it was a good thing. Hearing those words, Kashta chose to follow Fressner. From then on, they studied together, ate together, trained together, and even walked through the city without caring about people's stares. When they finally grew up, they began their journey. Along the way, Fressner often acted arrogant, trying to recruit anyone he liked. Yet despite Kashta being a monster, their bond stayed unshaken. Curious, Goa asked if they ever took monster hunting quests. Fressner replied that he left that to the heroes who wanted to do it. He didn't care about exterminating or protecting anything. He only wanted to enjoy adventures alongside his friend. In return, Fressner asked Toto what he wielded his power for. Toto answered, to defeat the demon lord, but suddenly stopped, muttering as if his words might hurt Kashta. Kashta reassured him, saying he didn't mind, since there were monsters who befriended others. Glancing knowingly at Seal, Fressner pressed Toto again, asking how he got so strong. Toto casually replied, lifting, which left Fressner shocked. Later, when it was time for Fressner and Kashta to leave, they proposed traveling together, but the girls refused. Puzzled, Fressner asked why he revealed his identity. Kashta simply said he felt he could trust them. That night in the forest, Toto and the others were ambushed by a monkey-like monster. Toto was ready to punch it, but hesitated, remembering Kashta's words. That moment of doubt left him open, and he was struck down. But then, suddenly, he picked up a massive boulder. Seeing this, the monster fled. Later, while keeping night watch, memories of his hometown being attacked by a dragon weighed on his mind. The girls noticed his unease. Seal, too, was shaken, and of her father's strict orders to kill him. Torn by her feelings, she went to talk to Toto. Sitting beside him, she warned that if he sympathized with the enemy, he'd become incapable of fighting when it mattered most, remembering the time she tried to kill him herself. Then, suddenly, asking what he'd do if she turned out to be a monster, or if Anemone was a cold-blooded assassin, or if Goa was secretly a psychopath who brainwashed people, would he still feel the same? Toto replied firmly that no matter what they were the first people who accepted him with all his flaws, and so he would accept them no matter what. He concluded that maybe the point of his journey was to find a way for them to coexist. That when Seal returned to her tent, Goa and Anemone teased her for blushing. Later, Goa remembered when she once asked Toto the same thing, and he gave her the same answer. Muttering to herself, she admitted that at the end of the day, if he ever had to choose, he would pick Seal over her. She implied that without her drugs or skills, no one would ever love her. The next morning, Seal was too shy to face Toto. But Goa's unusual behavior caught Toto's eye, and he confronted her, asking if she was okay. She muttered that she could change how people felt about her, but quickly laughed it off as if it didn't matter. Finally, they arrived at D-Side, the adventurers' town. Seal took the lead, reminding them they needed to visit the adventurers' guild first. Anemone, noticing Goa still seemed off, asked if she was all right. Goa just teased her back for being considerate despite calling herself an assassin at the guild. The receptionist greeted Toto with respect and informed them they were eligible to take the C-rank promotion test. Their deed at Defuri had already spread. Toto accepted right away, but Goa postponed it for tomorrow since they had just arrived. When they got their room, there was only one bed, making Toto faint instantly. Suddenly, Goa asked playfully whose turn it was to kill him next, joking about how they stopped keeping count after Seal failed during the fishing trip. Laughing, she dropped it, but remained excited for the promotion quest tomorrow. That night, the girls slept on the bed while Toto lay on the sofa. But then, in the dark, Goa's eyes suddenly opened. The next morning, Anemone woke to find Toto sitting on the floor. She reached out to pat his shoulder, but as she did, he collapsed. Blood splattered across her face. When she looked closer, her eyes widened in horror. Toto was dead, stabbed by her knife. As Anemone reeled from shock, a knock on the door startled her. She opened it to find the ones who had assigned her the mission, informing her that she had succeeded. Confused, Anemone insisted it wasn't her doing, explaining she had found Toto dead when she woke up. They, however, were puzzled, pointing out that her knife was lodged in Toto's chest, yet she claimed she didn't do it. Bewildered, she turned to ask for clarification, only to realize no one was there. She questioned herself, wondering whom she was trying to address, her memory failing her. The group handed her the reward money, advised her to rest, and departed. After they left, Anemone sensed something was off but brushed it aside, heading to a bar to drink. Relieved, she reveled in no longer having to act priestly. The bartender eventually told her she'd had enough and should leave. Anemone agreed, paid her bill, and when the bartender asked what she planned to do with her money, she replied that she would use it to fulfill her dream. Meanwhile, Seal returned to the demon castle, where the demon lord appointed her as his successor after her successful independence ritual. The other demons cheered, but Seal was confused, her mind clouded by memories of the previous day. After waking up, she felt strange, unable to recall something important. A scream drew her outside, where she was shocked to see Toto lying dead in the street. The townsfolk muttered that a monster had killed him. As Seal walked away, still grappling with the confusion, Happy appeared and congratulated her on completing her independence ritual. Back in her room, Seal confided in Happy that she didn't remember killing the hero. Happy assured her that she had witnessed Toto being slain by a monster Seal had summoned. Though still uncertain, Seal's doubts melted away when she saw dinner with her favorite sweets, reverting to her childish demeanor. While dining, two demons approached, apologizing for their past treatment of her. Seal brushed it off as the chef brought her fish, which excited her. Happy, puzzled, asked since when she liked fish. Seal grew confused as fuzzy, fun memories surfaced in her mind. On the other hand, Anemone opened an orphanage, living out her dream. The nuns praised her as a saint, but Anemone muttered that it was thanks to the journey, haunted by a fuzzy memory, much like Seal's, that she couldn't comprehend. Meanwhile, Seal beat her friends at cards, a game she often played on her journey, but then questioned what journey and with whom. At the orphanage, one of the children snapped Anemone out of her thoughts, asking her to play cards. Anemone replied that she had never played and wondered why she couldn't stop thinking about her hazy dream. Seal, too, felt an emptiness despite having everything she wanted as for Toto. He woke up to find the girls half-naked but didn't faint this time. Instead, he gently woke them to prevent them from catching a cold. Stepping outside, the townsfolk greeted him warmly. He and the girls headed to the guild, where the receptionist informed them that their C-rank promotion quest was to capture a wyvern. Toto subdued it instantly and paraded it through the town, where the townsfolk cheered. Thrilled, Toto found he could speak with confidence, earning the respect of those around him. Unbeknownst to them, all were trapped in a dream induced by Goa's perfume. Goa revealed that her infinity incense caused hallucinations, memory loss, and weakened strength, turning them into empty shells she could control. She enhanced the effect with the wing of the succubus princess, Yulia, making resistance impossible. Suddenly, Goa recalled her childhood. Her friend, desperate for help against traffickers, prompted Goa to use her powers to drive them away. Instead of gratitude, her friend feared her. When Goa tried to comfort her, her friend slapped her, accusing her of using her powers on her too. Goa protested, but her friend fled, abandoning her to cry alone, all for trying to save her. Goa vowed that this time, they wouldn't wake up and leave her to in Anemone's dream. A young Goa appeared, stirring a sense of recognition. Little Goa urged her to wake up, but nuns arrived, attempting to drag the child away. Before leaving, little Goa called her Monchan, a name that felt familiar. A nun dismissed it, insisting Anemone's journey was over and she should live happily with the children. Yet Anemone's head throbbed, sensing something was wrong in Seal's dream. While seated at the Demon Lord's throne, guards brought in an intruder, little Goa. Seal ordered them to escort her to a nearby village, deeming her just a child. Little Goa shouted that the journey wasn't over and that Seal must remember. Confused, Seal felt as though she was forgetting something vital. Goa, as she was dragged away, yelled that Seal hadn't played enough cards or gone fishing. A spark ignited in Seal, but Happy, furious, ordered the guards to remove her quickly. Seal wanted to know more, but Happy intervened, insisting she ignore the child and stay with them to in Toto's dream. Little Goa persistently told him to wake up. The girls warned that she might be an assassin targeting his life. Little Goa snapped, calling them wolves in sheep's clothing. She pressed on, reminding Toto he was a shy D-rank hero prone to passing out and demanding that he wake up. Toto laughed, denying he ever fainted. Enraged, little Goa started to strike him. Suddenly a couple appeared, claiming Goa as their child, but she denied knowing them. Toto tried to hand her over, but she bit him, reminding him of his promise to protect her. Shocked that she knew of his vow, Toto hesitated. Anemone felt an urge to wake up, sensing something was amiss. Seal, too, felt she was forgetting something crucial. At last, all three, Seal, Anemone, and Toto, recalled their journey and Goa, breaking free from the dream's grasp. That wraps up today's recap. What do you think about this episode? Drop your thought in the comment that if you liked this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification so you never miss the next one.